What is one of the things about the Charlie Kirk assassination that rubs you the wrongest, do you feel like?
About the investigation into it?
Yeah. I mean, it's the whole thing with the kid and the images, and then they see him at like a Dairy Queen. Some of the, it's just like, it's all so confusing. You can't decide what to believe. But also the fact that it doesn't feel like there's any presentation from the FBI or something about reality. So it feels like it's internet sleuths filling in all the pieces. What do you think?
I've called directly to say that, just as an American, as a friend of Charlie's who is interested in seeing justice and is interested in preserving our system beyond this year. Like, if you want the system to continue, you have to satisfy people that the system is real. And if they're convinced that it's not real, at some point they'll overthrow it. That's just going to happen, okay? Here's what I am concerned about. One, he acted alone. Tell me how that worked. That's not my default assumption, and it shouldn't be yours. And their default assumption was we acted alone. Really? Why do you think that? What about life suggests that people typically act alone? So A. B, we know that people had foreknowledge of this because they posted about it on X and said Charlie Kirk is going to be killed on this date, and he was.
Is that true?
Yes, it's true.
But were they just guessing? Was it a guessing thing where every day they posted that?
Maybe. Have those people been interviewed? Have they been hauled into FBI HQ and had a long conversation with how they knew that? Like, let's get really specific. Why did you post that? Who have you talked to? Like, if I was doing this investigation, they would be at the very top of the list. We know, because we've got public postings on Twitter that people know, just like on 9/11, we know people bet against American Airlines and the banks that were in the World Trade Centers. They shorted those stocks. Those people clearly had foreknowledge of 9/11. Who were those people? We still don't know. So I would start there.
But so you're saying that just the fact that there could possibly be some foreknowledge should be investigated.
Well, there was foreknowledge because I saw the tweets. And so I saw at least two that said, everything's going to change when Charlie Kirk gets to the college in Utah.
Okay.
So those people, I'm not saying they're a part of a conspiracy, but there's evidence that they had foreknowledge. Okay. So that's where you begin. And then I could go on. Like, tell me how this guy who seemed normal became a radical trans furry murderer?
But was that the guy or his boyfriend?
Well, exactly. Exactly right. Tell me how this guy became so radicalized that he murdered a stranger. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying I want an explanation for how it happened. Why wouldn't I?
I agree.
Oh, we can't talk about that because it'll prejudice the jury pool. Really, you've told the world that you have both a confession from him in his text to his boyfriend and the murder weapon with his fingerprints on it. I think you've got a pretty solid case. So why is it so difficult to just explain? But there's no attempt to explain how this happened. Like, that's the key question we all want to know. Yes, I know Charlie Kirk was murdered by gunshot. Got it. Saw it. Why? And they never want to tell you.